back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 TV shows that I'm most thankful for. I don't know about you, but like a lot of my life revolved around television. It might have been like an easy thing to do, just like sit down in front of the TV. But I wasn't much of a reader when I was younger. Like I did read books, but like I wasn't like voraciously into reading. I preferred television shows, but actually quite a few of my television shows actually got me into reading. And so without further ado, I'm just going to share with you the 5 TV shows that I'm most thankful for, and I'm going to be sharing with you in the order that they came into my life. So the first TV show that I'm thankful for is Star Trek Voyager. Star Trek Voyager came into my life when I was about 11 years old, and it came into my life in the most roundabout way, and that was because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was guest starring in an episode of season 6 called Kazzified. And at the time I was watching WWE like a lot. I was watching it every Friday and Saturday night, and so The Rock was guest starring, and they did a behind the scenes featurette on his little cameo. It got me interested in watching Voyager. I was pretty much just watching it for The Rock, let's just be honest.
You're welcome.
So then when I watched Voyager, I loved the episode. I had no idea who anybody was, what any of it had to do with The Rock, but I loved it nonetheless. And then later on in the week when we saw Voyager was on again, I thought it might have been a repeat of that episode. It actually wasn't. It was actually a different episode from a different season, but I still enjoyed it. I was like wondering, okay, when's The Rock going to turn up? It still had a character that I recognized from Kazzified, which was 7 of 9. But from then on, I became hooked on it. At that same time, Voyager was being shown earlier in the day from the very beginning, from Caretaker, the first episode, and I was wondering, like, okay, who are all these characters? I never saw her before. Why is her hair different? Why is this going on? I just didn't understand the whole concept of seasons, but I fell in love with it. I fell in love with Janeway, I fell in love with Chakotay, B'Elanna, Tom, Tuvok, everybody. What that did for me, it got me interested in like finding out more about these characters. I wanted to know more about these actors. I wanted to know more about Kate Mulgrew, who plays Captain Janeway, and so that led me to her website, which led me to Yahoo groups, which led me to becoming part of the Kate Mulgrew fan club on Yahoo, and that introduced me to one of my closest friends who actually lives in Barcelona. I'm forever thankful for that as well, and it also got me into fan fiction. I didn't know fan fiction really was a thing. I looked on the internet and I read for hours, and let me tell you, like, I didn't read on the internet for hours. I just like copied and pasted it into a Word document and read it from there. It was just incredible. I loved the creativity of the people in this fandom. Like, that was another thing it introduced me to a little bit. I just had dipped my toe into fandom. Because of that, it also allowed my creativity to become more prevalent. I really enjoyed writing for Voyager, but it was just something that I wanted to play around with. I love playing around with scenarios and acting out scenes by myself, and like I knew every single one of the 172 episodes in order. Not so much right now, I have to admit. The fact is, Voyager just introduced me to a lot of my closest friends because I love Voyager and because they just wanted to talk about Kate Mulgrew and Voyager. I'm forever thankful for that. The second show that I'm thankful for is The OC. Who remembers The OC? When The OC first came out, I didn't really want to watch it, but then a friend of mine at school was talking about it and how hot Ryan was, and I was like, okay, I'll look into it. I'll look into it just to like see what you're saying. As much as I loved Ryan and Marissa and Seth and Summer, my life revolved around Kirsten and Sandy, the parents. I loved the parents so much that I actually wanted to know more about Kelly Rowan, who plays Kirsten, and so that led me to an online forum for Kelly Rowan. And so I met a lot of girls, and like to this day a lot of us are still friends. I still talk to them frequently, especially through social media. That also introduced me to so many great friends. Also, creativity just soared because I just like actually wrote more fan fiction for The OC than I did Star Trek Voyager. I also read a lot more fan fiction as well. It was just one of those shows that just got me. Like, of course season 3 doesn't exist to me, but it just was one of those shows that I was obsessed with, and it was actually one of the first shows that I got up early for to watch online, to actually download the episode. This was still at a time when it took forever for the UK to actually catch up with the US. That's what I hated. I hated waiting for episodes, whereas with Voyager I had no choice. I didn't really understand like downloading episodes or like streaming episodes. The OC was the first one to introduce me to that. Then the OC also led me to LiveJournal, which is where the next shows pop up, which is actually number 3 and 4, Stargate and Sanctuary, because they came up together. They came into my life at the same point. A lot of the friends that I had made on LiveJournal were talking about Stargate and Sanctuary. So I decided to investigate, because Stargate was one of the shows that I had seen a lot about on TV. When I was going through the search and scan banner, I could always see Stargate. No idea what it was about. I had heard of the name, but I decided, right, I'm going to investigate this. I'm going to investigate Sanctuary, which was still in the webisodes phase. Loved Stargate, loved Sanctuary, and fell in love with Amanda Tapping. I absolutely loved Major Carter in Stargate and Helen Magnus in Sanctuary. From her, I made more friends. I started really getting into graphics, you know, like on LiveJournal when you're doing icons and banners and wallpapers. I became really interested in that. I learned more about it. I started it when I was watching the OC, but when it got to Stargate and Sanctuary, I really wanted to explore, because I was inspired more by those shows. Like Sanctuary was so dark, and so like I would really create these gothic images. With Stargate, you could just go all out, because Stargate is all out. It's in outer space, it's military, it's Egyptian mythology, it's just everything. Again, it gave me more friends. I was obsessed with more fan fiction. I didn't write fan fiction for that so much. Again, like Sanctuary for me right now is still a major part of my life, because Sanctuary gave me my best friend in life. We met through a role-playing game where our characters just started to interact, and then we loved the way our characters interacted, so we started interacting and started like plotting things that we wanted for our characters. She's become my best friend in life. She is like my sister. I call her my sister all the time. Can't imagine a day without her, and I can't imagine a day without these friends of mine who are also fans of Sanctuary, Stargate, Star Trek, and have watched the OC, and they're just these amazing people that I absolutely adore. Sanctuary again has opened up so many more doors to me in the way that, you know, graphic design. I'm so much more inspired. Everything that I read right now, I can circle it back to Sanctuary because of the themes of Sanctuary, of like their abilities, their abnormalities, the Victorian era, the feminist feel of it. It's just one of those shows that's always going to be implanted in me, even though right now, if I watched it, there's part of it that I just cannot stand. Hate will forever. I still love it. It's one of those shows that has really just like stuck with me, along with Star Trek Voyager. Voyager will always be my favorite in life. It's always going to be my happy place. That leads me to number 5, which I probably should have mentioned after the OC, but I got carried away. The 5th show that I am grateful for is Battlestar Galactica, the reboot. If you've never watched Battlestar Galactica, the reboot, it's got Edward James Olmos and Mary McDonnell, Jimmy Bamber, Katie Sackhoff, Trisha Helfer, James Callis, and just every name of a Vancouver actor at the time. It's just one of these shows that is just phenomenal. I didn't really understand about Battlestar Galactica when I started watching it. My brother just started watching it one day, and at first I was like wondering what's going on here. I have no clue, because the first episode that I really watched was Hand of God, which is mid-season 1. So I missed the mini-series and about like 5 episodes previous to that, so I had no idea what was going on, but because it was just so action-packed and intense, I fell in love with it. With Battlestar Galactica, again, I always fixate on this one actor in it, in a series, literally. That's pretty much just me. Star Trek Voyager was Kate Mulgrew, the OC, Kelly Rowan, Stargate, Amanda Tapping, Sanctuary, Amanda Tapping / Robert Lawrenson, because once Robert Lawrenson came on the scene, I was literally like, Amanda who? Being honest. And with Battlestar Galactica, I was obsessed with Mary McDonnell. And if you've been around this channel for a while or read my blog, you will know how influential Mary McDonnell is in my life. I have like posts on Mary McDonnell's fashion style, I have posts on how to get the look, I have had posts on how to get her makeup looks. I'll probably not read the makeup looks one, because like, you know, I'm not the best in makeup, I'm not the most knowledgeable about makeup, but still, absolutely love Mary McDonnell and Battlestar Galactica. I was in Battlestar Galactica for the whole ride. It was another show where I got up early and downloaded the episodes, streamed them, whatever I had to do to watch it before the UK. Same with Sanctuary as well, even though we were just about a week behind the US. I still couldn't wait, because I am that obsessed. And the thing with all these shows is they have brought me so many close friends around the world. Like I have friends in Australia, in Spain, in Germany, England, and Scotland, and Wales, and Ireland, America, Canada, Brazil, and I am thankful for every single one of these people, and thankful for every one of these shows, because they've also given me such creativity. They've all inspired me in one way or another to be creative, to try to like think in a situation, what would Janeway do? What would Magnus do? What would Carter do? I just love these characters so much, and whenever I am sad or when I'm having a really shitty day, I will just put on Star Trek Voyager. I will watch an episode of the OC. These are all my happy places. They brought me so many great friends. They've brought me like such joy in life that I'm forever thankful for these shows. And so that wraps up this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below what shows you're thankful for. Whether there are any of these ones that I've mentioned, whether it's a different incarnation of Star Trek. Maybe you might be thankful for Deep Space Nine, or Enterprise, or Next Generation, or the original series. Let me know. Let me know what shows you're thankful for. And if you want to see more videos from me, be sure to click that subscribe button down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!